Hello students, now we are going to learn today Karl Pearson product moment method. See last lecture scatter diagram method I have given in the form of PPT where I have shown you the different types of graphs. Okay, these graphs we have to do in the graph paper and that we will do in the classwork as the classwork. Now we will do Karl Pearson method. See I have written all the formulas. I will just explain you once the formulas and then we will start with example questions. One or two example questions we will do today and the similar question I will give you as homework. Okay. Now first we have already learned how to find the mean. X bar means x mean, y bar means y mean. Okay. So for finding mean our formula is sigma x upon n. That sigma means sum of numbers upon total numbers. Okay. Here y variable, all the values we have to add it, we have to find the sum and then divide it by number of values. That is x mean, y mean, sigma x upon n, sigma y upon n. Now we have for r, our formula is covariance xy upon sx into xy. This we are using when we are having the values of sx, xy or covariance. Okay, this is done in the 2 mark questions which I will give you at the end when we will complete this big question. Normally this session is also like fixed price method, but I have told you comes under 4 and 5 mark section. So this type of questions comes under 2 mark section. Based on this formula, we have got our new formula which we are going to use in our sums. See covariance xy, the formula is sigma x minus x mean into y minus y mean upon n. See here it is n. Okay. Now here we have n means the number of items. Okay. Now the standard deviation of x, that is Sx. This Sx is the value. Last year also you were doing standard deviation. It is under root sigma x minus x bar the whole square upon n. And standard deviation of y same under root sigma y minus y bar the whole square upon n. All these 3 values has n in the denominator. When we are taking the division, here n and n gets cancelled, common denominator gets cancelled, and we are getting the formula. See this formula we will be getting r equals to sigma x minus mean into y minus mean of covariance, and denominator will be sigma x minus mean the whole square into under root sigma y minus mean the whole square. This formula you have to learn by heart. We are going to use this formula for finding the answers with Karl Pearson method. Okay. The second formula, here we have r n sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y upon under root n sigma x square minus sigma x the whole square into under root n sigma y square minus sigma y the whole square. Now why we have these 2 different formulas? Okay. See the condition I have written here. When x mean and y mean are integers. Meaning of integers, that is they are the whole numbers, they are not the decimal numbers. So they are called as integer, and when mean is integer, we will find the answer using this r, and the mean is fractional, that is if you are getting mean in decimal, we will find the answer using this formula. Okay, clear? When first of all we have to find the mean. After finding the mean, when it is integer, we will use this formula. According to this formula, what all details we need, we will make the table accordingly. And if we have fractional, then we will use this formula, and what all details according to this table we need, we will make it. Clear this much? And this one is also called as shortcut method. The third formula, it is the modified form of this formula. Okay? Why we call it a shortcut method? Because sometimes x and y, see when the values of x and y are very large, that is if it is in 3-digit, 4-digit numbers, and the number is also complex, that time calculations become difficult. Nowadays we are using calculator, so it is not much difficult, but we have less time and we have more questions to attempt. So when we are using shortcut method, it's become easier to calculate because we can use the numbers which will make our sum easier, and we can calculate orally also. Everywhere we will not need the calculator. Okay. So when x and y are large, we will use this method, that is UV method. In that u and v, for finding u, the formula will be x minus capital A upon Cx. Okay, this A is the constant number which we will be taking nearer to the mean. Okay, and we will subtract it from x and divide it by Cx. Cx is also constant number, that is divided with a common number. If we have all the number divisible by 10 or 100, then we will take common 10 or 100 as the denominator. And v equals to y minus b upon c1. Here again y is the variable, b will be the constant nearer to the y name, and then cy will be the class which is the common. If we don't have anything common in that, we will take it 1. If we have common, we will take 5, 10, 50, 100, 1000, depend upon the sum. How our question is, accordingly we will do it. So I think by this time it is very clear. These two formulas are exactly same, just the value in place of except where we are writing u and v, where u and v will be calculated this way, and we will put in the form value and get the answer. Okay, the sum table will be bigger, so be careful when we are calculating, because our full sum depend upon the exact values. If the value in one column also is wrong, the whole answer will become wrong. Okay, so when we are doing the sum, we have to do it carefully. This also comes under 4 to 5 mark section. Okay, now after these formulas, I will teach you how to write the nature, because sometimes after the question we have to interpret also. Interpret, they have given the word interpret it. That means we have to write the nature of the correlation. That I will give you 1-2 example, and after that we will solve the example questions. Okay, we will continue now. Okay, now students, we will learn about the interpretation. It is also needed. See, I make a chart so that you can understand it very clearly. Now we have learned this in scatter diagram method also, where it is perfect positive correlation, when it is perfect negative, when the bar goes left to right upward it is perfect positive, and bar goes left to right downward it is perfect negative. Here when the answer is -1, we have perfect negative correlation. When the r is equal to 1, we have perfect positive correlation. अगर 1 होगा तो perfect positive, -1 होगा तो परफेक्ट नेगेटिव, और r का वैल्यू अगर 0 होगा तो लैक ऑफ लीनियर कोरिलेशन, दैट इज नो कोरिलेशन. ओके, सो दिस 3 आर परफेक्ट एंड लैक. ओके, अदर देन दिस इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी, बिकॉज अवर r इज लाइंग बिटवीन -1 and 1. ये याद रखना है, इससे बड़ा नंबर नहीं आएगा, इससे पीछे का नंबर नहीं आएगा. हमारा r जो होगा वो -1 और 1 के बीच में ही कोई नंबर होगा. ये उसका फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी है, r लाइज बिटवीन -1 and 1. सो अगर 0 और -1 के बीच का नंबर है, सपोज -0.25, तो ये किससे नज़दीक है? 0 से नज़दीक है. इट इज़ नॉट नियर टू -1, सो इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज लो डिग्री नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन. ओके, बट अगर यहाँ पे 0.85 होता तो इट इज नियरर टू -1, सो इट इज हाई डिग्री नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन. अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू डू द चेंजेस? सेम वे हियर इफ इट इज 0.15 तो ये हुआ लो डिग्री पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन, बट इफ इट इज 95 देन इट इज हाई डिग्री पॉजिटिव कोरिलेशन. क्लियर दिस मच? व्हेन इट इज लो डिग्री, व्हेन इट इज नियरर टू 0, व्हेन इट इज नियरर टू -1 इट इज हाई डिग्री. यहाँ से यहाँ तक सब नेगेटिव ही होगा, यहाँ से यहाँ तक सब पॉजिटिव होगा, बट लो डिग्री कब होगा? जब वो 0 से नज़दीक होगा, और हाई डिग्री कब होगा? जब वो 1 से नज़दीक होगा. सो 0.5 से 5 भी आता है तो हम उसको हाई डिग्री कहेंगे, और अगर 5 यहाँ पे 4-5 आता है तो हम उसको लो डिग्री कहेंगे. मतलब 0.5 से हमारा बाइफर्केशन हो जाएगा. क्लियर दिस मच? नाउ फर्दर प्रॉपर्टीज. पहला प्रॉपर्टी मैंने आपको समझा दिया, r लाइज बिटवीन -1 and 1. इट कैन बी -1, इट कैन बी 1, इट कैन बी इंटरमीडिएट एनी पॉइंट्स बिटवीन -1 and 1. Okay, second point, it is free from unit of any measurement, that is it does not carries any measurement, kg, gram, rupees, कुछ नहीं होता है, सिर्फ नंबर होगा. Okay, next is third point, where rxy is equal to ryx. if we are changing the variables also, x को y बना दिया, y को x बना दिया, तो भी उसका जो r का वैल्यू है वो सेम ही आएगा. ओके, सो इट इज रिटन rxy is equal to ryx. एक चीज़ होता है, कभी हमारा साइन चेंज होता है, तो अगर सपोज हमारा x नेगेटिव हो गया और y पॉजिटिव है तो हमारा r नेगेटिव आएगा. अगर हमारा x पॉजिटिव है y नेगेटिव तो भी हमारा r नेगेटिव आएगा. बट अगर दोनों नेगेटिव है, y भी नेगेटिव है x भी नेगेटिव है, तो r पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. ठीक है, ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हमें ध्यान रखनी है. ये कब आता है? जब 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन होता है तब ये पूछते हैं, तो हमें पता होना चाहिए कि क्या वैल्यू है. तो अगर दोनों में से कोई एक का भी साइन माइनस है तो माइनस साथ में आ जाता है आके, बट अगर दोनों नेगेटिव है तो हमारे पास पॉजिटिव आएगा, दोनों पॉजिटिव है तो पॉजिटिव आएगा. ठीक है, दिस मच इज क्लियर. नाउ वी विल स्टार्ट विद अवर एग्जांपल क्वेश्चन. Okay, so this is our first question. We have marks in यू व्हेन वी हैव डन द फॉर्मूलाज आल्सो. सबसे पहले हमें क्या निकालना है, मीन निकालना है. मीन के लिए हमें टोटल करना होगा. सबसे पहले वैल्यूज का हम टोटल करेंगे. तो 65 प्लस 72 प्लस 66 प्लस 70 plus 72 plus 69. We got 440. Okay, and this one 90 plus 95 plus 88 plus 92 plus 85 plus 90. That is 540. Okay, सबसे पहले मीन निकालेंगे. x मीन that is sigma x upon n. Sigma x 414 n 1 2 3 4 5 6 divided by 6. Find the value. 414 divided by 6. We got 69. Okay. Then y min sigma y upon n that is 540 upon 6. Now 6 9s are 54, so 90. Now 69 and 90 both are integers. See, they are not a decimal number, they are integers. So which formula we will use? We will use the first formula where sigma x minus mean into y minus mean upon under root sigma x minus mean square into under root sigma y minus. So what all things we need? We need x minus mean पहला. Okay. दूसरा y minus mean. फिर हमें इसका मल्टीपल चाहिए. तो x minus mean into y minus mean. Okay. फिर x minus mean का स्क्वायर चाहिए और उसके बाद y minus mean का स्क्वायर चाहिए. ओके, जो जो डिटेल्स चाहिए आपको टेबल में सारा डिटेल्स दे रहा हूँ. आई मेक द टेबल प्रॉपर्ली यूजिंग स्केल पेंसिल. ओके, द टेबल ऑल्सो कैरीज मार्क्स इफ यू आर डूइंग इट करेक्टली, अदरवाइज योर मार्क्स विल बी कट इफ द टेबल इज नॉट करेक्ट. ओके, नाउ x minus mean, the mean is 69, so I will write here 69. Okay, here we will write here 90, so that it will be easier to remember. Now 65 x minus mean, this is x. 65 minus 69, that is minus 4. Directly no, do it directly. 69 72 minus 69, 69 70 71 72, that is positive 3. 66 minus 69 minus 3. 70 minus 69 1. 72 minus 69 3. 69 minus 69 0. Okay, you can do directly do it, otherwise use calculator, no problem. 90 minus 90 0. 95 minus 90 5. 88 minus 90 minus 2, because 88 is smaller, so it will carry minus sign. Okay, 92 minus 90 2. 85 minus 90 minus 5. 90 minus 90 0. Okay, now we want this one. So minus 4 into 0, and double multiplied by 0 will be 0. 3 5s are 15. 3 2s are 6. 2 minus eliminated, so positive 6. 2 1s are 2. 3 5s are 15. 1 minus, we will write minus 7. Okay, then x minus mean square means इसका square. Minus 4 का square 16. 3 का square 9. 3 का square 9. So 3 square will be 9. Minus 3 square will be also 9. Square हमेशा पॉजिटिव होता है. 1 का स्क्वायर 1, 3 का स्क्वायर 9, 0 का स्क्वायर 0. ओके, here 0. Then y 0 will be 0. 5 का स्क्वायर 25. 2 का स्क्वायर 4. 2 का स्क्वायर 4. minus 2 का स्क्वायर भी 4. 2 का स्क्वायर भी 4. minus 5 का स्क्वायर 25 and 0. See, square is always a positive number. Okay, so don't put minus sign there. Here we have minus sign because one multiplication. So now minus 15 plus 15 तो बढ़ ही जाएगा. 6 plus 2 8. Okay, now we have to do some calculation. 16 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1. So we have 44 here. Okay, here 25 25 50 plus 2 plus 4, that is 58. Okay, now the formula for finding r. minimum temperature X and demand of heaters. I am not written full because I am having less space. That is 1. Okay. Their temperature is here 0 degree, 4 degree, 6 degree, 7 degree, 9 degree. Their demand for heaters is 16, 15, 14, 11 and 9 minutes. Okay. First we will find mean as usual. We have to do. So just add 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9. So we get 29 here. Okay. So x mean equals to 29 upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. We will get 5.8. Okay. And here 16 plus 15 plus 14 plus 11 plus 9. We will get 65. That is y mean equals to 65 upon 5. That is divided by 5. We will get 13. So see, listen here. We have got 13 in y mean, but x mean is decimal number. So if it is decimal number, we have to use which formula? We have to use our second formula. In second formula, we need xy. Okay. Then we need x square and we need y square. Okay. Only this much we will need in second formula. So xy means we have to multiply this into this. That is 16 into 3. We will get 48. 15 4s are 60. 14 6 are, that is 84. 7 11s are 77. 9 9s are 81. X square, that is this square. 3 square 9. 4 16. 6 6 are 36. 7 7s are 49. 9 9s are 81. And then 16 to 56. Then we have 15 to 25. 14 196. 11 121. 9 81. Just take the total of everything. 48 plus 60 plus 84 plus 77 plus 81. It is 350. Then 9 plus 60 plus 36 plus 49 plus 81. That is 191. And then 256 plus 225 plus 196 plus 121 plus 81. That is 879. Now the R formula is n sigma xy upon under root x the whole square into under root n sigma y square minus sigma y the whole square. Okay. Then R equals to, we will write n. What was that? N 2 3 4 5. So n is 5 into sigma xy, that is 350. Okay. Minus sigma x, that is 29. Into sigma y 65 upon under root n 5 sigma x square, that is 191 minus sigma x the whole square, that is 29 square into under root n 5 sigma y square, that is 879 minus sigma y, that is 65 the whole square. Okay. Then R equals to, just calculate the values. 350 into 5 1750 minus 29 into 65 is 1885 upon 5 into 191, that is 955 minus 29 square 841 into under root 879 into 5, that is 4395 minus 65 square, 4225. Okay, so this will be equal to 1750 minus 1885. We have a negative number minus 135. Okay, here under root 955 minus 841. We have 114 into under root 4395 minus 4225. That is 170. Multiply and take the root. 114 into 170 193 और इसका रूट डायरेक्टली आएगा 139.21. दैट इज minus 135 upon 139.21. Okay, final answer 135 divided by 139.21, that is 0.96. 0.96 is closer to 1. We have minus 0.96 minus. Okay, because we have minus sign here, therefore it shows high degree negative correlation. Okay, it shows high degree negative correlation because we got the answer in minus, r is in minus. Also we have 96 means it is nearer to -1, so it shows high degree negative correlation. So we have showed you two methods, first method of finding r and second method of finding r. When the r is mean is integer, we will use first method. When mean is fractional, we will use second method. Based on these two methods only, I will give you two questions to do. Thank you for today. Bye.